So for this particular video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you how you can actually make the turtle move. So if you go back to the turtle library documentation, you can see that we can do a lot of things with it, right? And one of the first things you actually see is the forward, backward, right, left, all these different things that you can actually do. So, and let's actually implement this and let's see how we can make this happen. So if I run this right now, we're going to get our screen and that's pretty much it. So let's actually make our turtle move. So the way we do this is, again, like the previous ones, we're going to call the object and then we're going to say forward in this case, right? That's the turtle library. So if I click on this, as you see, if you take a look, it's going to ask us for a number. Now this particular number is integer or float, and essentially is how much you want it to move in a particular direction, all right? So let's say I want to say 50. So if I do that, and if I run this right now, take a look, our turtle moves. And it moved slightly, you know, so we just have to do it a couple of times. You see it just moved a little bit. So with that, you know, we can actually do a lot more. For example, I can, let's say I'm going to do 100, all right? Let's actually make this a bit more predominant. There you go. So now, let's actually mess with the few other things. For example, I'm going to mess with this speed. We got a speed here, right? So let's actually go ahead and change the speed first. So I'm going to say tom.speed, and let's see what do we have for the speed here. So if I click on it, so we got the fastest, which is 0. We got the slowest, which is 1, slow 3, and normal is 6. So we got all these different numbers, and you can also call it by the string as well. So I'm going to say slowest, which is going to be 1. So I'm just going to put that here. So we slow it down a little bit. Take a look. Now it's going to run a lot more slower, right? So let's do a few other things. Let's actually go back here. Let me see if I can make it turn right and left. There you go. So we can actually go here and say Tom, there you go, and left. And we can say turn left 40, you know, whatever. So now it's going to turn left 40 degrees. So as you see, the left and right is actually the angle, by the way. Okay, so left and right are the angle. So I see it says the angle, so 40 degrees angle. So I'm going to say 40 degrees, and then what we're going to do is we're going to say Tom forward. There you go. And then we're going to say move another 60 degrees. And then I'm going to say Tom, again, we're just making some random movement, right? We're going to say, how about a 90-degree turn? And then we're going to say Tom forward another 100. So let's see what does this even look like. Take a look. There you go. It turns. Awesome. See, that's pretty much it, guys. I see this is how you actually put these, you know, things to use. So now, so far, if you take a look, we've learned a few things. So far, we've learned how to create objects, right? So we created objects from the turtle class. And we also learned how to access the attributes. So these are, for example, in this case, we access the attribute of this particular, you know, object that we created. And also we learned how to use the methods. So we, you know, these methods are essentially what they is something that the function or the class does. The speed of it, the forward, left, all that movement. So that is the method. So we've learned a few things so far. Let's go ahead and expand on this. And one of the things I want to talk about is how do you access more libraries? Because there are thousands of different libraries you can actually access, and they're going to make your programming process a lot faster and easier. So, and this is something you learn as you go, honestly. Obviously, you're not going to be able to learn every single library on Python, and you will actually create your own libraries and classes, which is something we're going to talk about. But I want to just kind of go over a few libraries, like useful stuff that we can just pull in and use for ourselves, and kind of talk more about object-oriented programming as we go through it throughout this. All right, so let me know if you have any questions, guys. If not, I'll see you in the next video.